Hey, what's going on? David Avellan here, reviewing another match with Rodrigo, Baga, Ramos, an American top team fighter. He's a black belt, but at the time he was a brown belt. And I'm going to stop talking because stuff's about to happen. This is a crazy match here. Went for a high crotch. He countered with the underhook, single leg, switched to the double, ran it, got a clean takedown on me. So let's stop that right there. So rewind that. Look at my left hand, wrist control. I have a right overhook. I try to throw that by to get the high crotch, but I didn't get any traction. Fought for the underhook, but look right here. He gets a strong underhook and turns me. That puts me in a bad spot, and I'm not whizzering, so that gives him the angle to get that head inside single leg. He's trying to do the trip. I'm balancing, but right here my legs come together, and he switches off to a double and is able to run me down and score the takedown right into side control while I'm trying to spaz out of it right now. So now I'm scrambling. It's a weird scramble, but I end up back in the guard and close it. At this point, they're really excited because they got the takedown. So he's up 2-0. At this point now, I'm trying to control the head. He's flat on his ankles, which means he would be a good candidate for a hip bump. So you can see right here, I go for that hip bump. He posts. I switch off to a Kimura. Looks like Kimura trapping before it was cool. Try to run that Kimura still, but we end up scrambling and breaking free. So we rewind that. Look at his ankles. He's flat. I sit up right away, looking for that hip bump. I got good elevation, but I didn't control that right arm of his, or his left arm, and you saw he posted. But that was a good setup for me to go for that Kimura. But notice I didn't have control on his shoulder or his hips, which allowed him to posture up and stand up. I'm surprised. That took a fair amount of strength to be able to do that. But I stood up with him, and I was trying to sakuraba my Kimura from here. But again, it fell a little early. And if you notice, he was able to circle really quick. So I wasn't able to score that sweep. Not enough shoulder pressure. But I was able to scramble out and escape there. Continuing forward, we're back on our feet. And we'll have a slight lull to the action here. You can see I was wearing the tight shorts, and so was he. And again, this is in 2002-ish era. That was fashionable at the time. Not many people were using rash guards or board shorts. Ankle pick. And look, he postures up and does a good scramble. I switch to the front headlock here. Shoot for the head inside single leg. And then near side sweep right into side control. Let's look at that again. So right here, have a collar tie, right hand controlling his neck. Left hand is pretty much free, just holding onto the bicep. But if you look, I pull in the tricep, circle, draw that leg out, and hit the ankle pick, bringing his head across his knee. Probably the only ankle pick I've ever done. It's not really a move for me, but it was a really nice setup here. But look how good of a scrambler he is. He gets that underhook. He's scooting his hips back. He works to elevate me, and look at that underhook escape. He clears, and he's managing to scramble up to his feet. But right away, to do that, he gives up his head. And now you notice I'm looking here at a guillotine potentially, because it's not a front headlock, because there's only his neck in the grip. But I use it to set up my next shot right here. Head inside single leg. Not a good one, mind you, but he wasn't expecting it, so the technique wasn't that clean. But because it was unexpected, it worked well. And then right here, underhook. Look at that ankle sweep right there. Boom, right back into side control. So at this point, we have evened up the scoreboard. We each got in a takedown to side. Now he has recovered his half guard. And again, he's really good with the underhooks. Every time Baga is able to scramble. And then I try to pancake him with an underhook, and he comes back. You can tell this was a real wrestling heavy matchup. Again, something I wasn't expecting, but you can see that Baga is doing a great job using underhooks to escape from takedowns and also set them up. And I'm a big underhook guy myself. Right now, I'm making a mistake here by just allowing him to control my head. I'm being a little lazy here. You should never let someone grab your head. He's got both hands on my head, and he's hanging down on me. He's doing the smart thing now. I'm trying to switch it up. Shoot again. And look at that underhook. And once again, that's set up another shot for him. All right? And here I'm defending. I try to elevate him, scramble through. I try to get that body lock. And, whew, this is action packed. I'm going to stop right here though. So rewind here. Wrist control, get a good head club on him. Set up that underhook. Trying to get an angle for that shot. Again, I shot the wrong side. Really, I should have been shooting for my left side. He's able to sprawl. And now notice with his own underhook, he shoots a shot. Better shot than mine. He's pretty deep in here. I'm trying to sprawl, but look, his head is up right where it should be. He's driving into me. I try to kick out to escape. He's able to follow here. And now I go for what's called the wrestling elevator, all right, which essentially I'm going to hold on to the back of both of his triceps, sit back, and use my right leg to kick him over. Ideally, you would flip him out, but Baga let go, which cost him the takedown and doesn't give me the reversal, but I'm able to escape. And as he tried to rush into me, he gave me double underhooks. I worked to jack him up, try to get tight around the waist, but I was still a little bit too high, and you can see he went for like a uchimata, which forced me to let go and to clear out before he tries to rush me again. And you see the persistence of Baga here. It made this a really exciting matchup. I'm getting tired just watching this match at this point. A lot of pressure being put on by Baga, who's clearly a little bit fresher than me at this point. But again, even match at this point. We both got takedown to side control each. Again, I got collar tie. He's got an outside grip, so I have the advantageous positioning at this point because I'm inside. And again, we're just catching our breath here. A lot of exchanges have went down. Now, you see I'm still getting inside grips here. We're playing mercy a little bit. I look for that ankle hook again, but he's not going to fall for it this time. Now he's starting to get inside positioning. Sprawl, underhook, double underhooks. But he managed to get another underhook again. And look here, solid underhook here. And a nice takedown right into the guard. Let's look at that again. So playing it back. Fighting for tie-ups. Notice he got inside control. He's got double bicep grip at this point. Shoots in. I'm able to sprawl. And notice I got the right arm digging for that underhook. I'm trying to pummel in on the left side. And I do. Now I'm trying to hoist him up. Get a body lock. But look, he already repummeled. And now he's got the underhook. Looks for that single. I'm sprawling again here. But look how he keeps fighting for that underhook, and I'm making the mistake of not whizzering, which is giving him the angle. And now he gets a full body lock, and although I have an underhook, it's too shallow, and he's too cinched up on my hips. And look at that left leg, sweeps me out, and at that point I don't have a choice but to go to guard. So now we went from butterfly guard, he just transitioned to half guard. I'm pretty exhausted, and now he's got the lead, and I'm just trying to survive a little bit at the moment. At this point in time, I don't really have that much of a half guard game, so Baga is definitely in a good position here. But he's resting a little bit. I'm framing there, not giving him the squeeze that he wants, and now look on the side, I temporarily got an underhook, but he got out of it. Again, I'm able to make a little space, get a butterfly guard, but he's able to easily transition again back into half guard, and now he's got the underhook, good head positioning under the chin. I'm working again to try to get back into guard. As I was saying, at this point in time, I didn't really have a half guard, so I would be more comfortable working in a butterfly or a closed guard. But now he's got the squeeze pass position where he's got the right underhook, he's got the left cross face, but he's not really focused on passing. He knows that he's winning on points. This is based on Naga, so a little subjective, but look, I do a scramble, get up to my feet. He's got one hook in, but he's too high in my body, and I'm able to pull him off. Well, it looks like I'm going to get there. And right there. Now, because this was Naga and we went from half guard and I got top, it was considered a sweep. So this evened the score. But let's look at that transition again. So I have the left underhook. I'm making space. If you notice, I'm trying to get to butterfly guard, kicking him out, and then I'm just going to scramble here, which is a big risk because I'm exposing my back. But I'm a wrestler here, so I'm trying to work out like a wrestler would, get up to my feet. He jumps the hooks, but if you look at his hips are high. They're over my hips, which allows me to reach back and grab his head. This is a good way wrestlers use to defeat single leg rides. And I'm able to start shaking my hips here as I pull down on his head. And by pulling his head, it's not going to allow his hips to reset because he's not going to be able to climb backwards because I'm holding his head down. And now here, my head's underneath his chin, so I'm able to drive as I pull his neck into me. Very uncomfortable position for him. And, eventually he has to let go. Now, if you notice, he let go, use his hand to try to shift his hips back. But he's already a little bit too loose here, and I'm able to square off with him and center to get top position here. Although we're still a little bit of a scramble right here now. I've cemented the position and scored the sweep here. So I think at this point we're almost towards the end of regulation. Now I'm trying to pass from top position, working the knee cut here. Again, he's does such a good job of finding underhooks. He's not allowing me to advance, although now I have the underhook, but you see how he pummels back in? If you learn anything from this match, underhooks matter, all right? Look at that. He was able to scramble up because of the underhook. I'm trying to shoot in, score that double, because it's very short time here. So I'm trying to do anything I can to show that I'm the aggressor. Clear my head here. Try to look at that ankle pick again if you notice, the same setup. But I didn't pull him well enough. My brother in the background there trying to motivate me, and that's the end of the regulation period. You can see now he's just about as tired as me at this point, I think. You can see my brother is really light right there at that point. I think he was at 145. Now he's like 200 something. But we both think we won it. But as I pointed out, this is a draw at this point because we both got takedowns to the side. He got one takedown. I got one sweep. So it goes into overtime. And the overtime is only 2 minutes, I believe. So it's going to be decided by takedowns pretty much because everything here essentially has been a takedown battle. Now you're going to notice, if I remember correctly, the pacing gets a lot slower here because they're both pretty exhausted. But the important thing here is to strike first. When you're tired and the other guy's tired, you want to score first. Because your reaction time is probably going to be slower. So if you wait for the guy to go first, chances are he's going to sink the takedown. I'm trying to get my bounce in my step. Again, he's got inside tie-up control. I try to go for the Russian. He goes to that single, sprawl, reshoot, underhook again. He clears me. I use my underhook. Now I'm pummeling in. Again, I can't stress how important the underhooks are here. Now he's got the collar control here. I need to pummel back in because now he's got both hands on my head on the inside. Terrible position for me here. I shouldn't let that happen. But boom. Sweeping double leg. Let's look at that one more time. So I was telling you I was in bad position because he has both hands on my head. But look what I did. I popped up his elbow and shot in. And if you notice, I didn't shoot straight on, but I spun. So when he sprawled, he ended up taking himself down. Let's show it one more time. This was one of my more effective doubles. We call it a sweeping double because if you look here, pop up, and I shoot really circular. So you see how he sprawled and I wasn't there. So now his base is compromised because I've already cut the angle. Now we're in his butterfly guard and he moved into half guard. But at this point, I'm up 2 points in overtime. And I think about less than a minute remaining. So the name of the game here for me is try to pass, but more importantly, stay on top, keep the pressure on him. But I didn't do a good job of that. He was able to pop up to his feet right away. Now he's looking to score the takedown. I got the inside control here. And again, you notice I keep looking for that ankle pick. I think this is the only match I've ever used ankle picks. I don't know why. But you can notice I'm always controlling the head and circling, trying to draw out the ankle. But it was a one-time trick. He got wise to it after that first one. But he's allowing me to control his wrist. He's allowing me to control his head. It's going to make it very hard for him to score any takedowns. And that was the end of the match right there. Again, very competitive matchup. And as you can see, I think if you learn anything by watching this, how important underhooks are in wrestling. Right? Pretty much every takedown involved an underhook of some sort. And all the sweeps and stand-ups as well. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you'll be alerted when the next video drops. Now, if you want to get more videos like this on a daily basis, go and visit my membership site at ffacoach.com. We have online video curriculums, our daily videos, and you can get bonus courses like the Kimura Trap system for free when you enroll today. So go ahead and help support the channel and visit today.